Councilwoman Vaughn.
I've got several questions on the local and the state, so I'm not sure which one of you two need to answer this, but on the local first. The ladies from North Beach were here this morning, and they were talking about the signage for the historical Pier 99. And they were asking about the application process. What is the process? Because I know they've asked for one and they've not gotten one, and does it have to be approved before you get an application? You have to do an application and it gets approved. What's the process?
We're reviewing a new process as we speak, but they should be able to. Need to get in contact with me, and I'll make sure that they get something so they're able to submit an application. Yes.
And who decides how these hot funds are distributed? Is there any input from the areas?
It's going to go through a committee, but the process that is being reviewed would go through a committee. Now there is a line item here in arts grants and projects that the Arts and Culture Commission reviews application for, where the $300,000 is on slide 4, about 2/3 of the way down there.
Okay, the reason I'm asking is, I hope that every area is represented, and I know that North Beach doesn't feel like they're being represented with hot funds, that they don't think they're getting their fair share. And as I'm looking down here, the only thing I see on the expenditures is the state aquarium, unless there's something else there that I'm missing. And I recall when that was done. So that's what I'm saying. Do y'all bring up some of these projects yourselves and decide, even though there's no applications?
Let me probably talk a little bit about some of the ones that's listed here. They've been here for a while, and for the most part, as long as they are following the process or the guidelines, generally they will submit a letter. At least the current process that's being operated right now is generally if they submit a letter or make contact with management and budget indicating their interest in receiving these funds, that's how they make their way to the budget.
Okay.
Now, when which one did we just do? The Texas State Aquarium, for the ones who was on council at that particular time, I believe that Councilwoman McIntyre recommended and council supported that we review the process and consider developing a new process for new entries. And that's what Mr. Houlihan is talking about. I have reviewed the process that a committee has put together. It is not final, though. In the meantime, until that is final, we are continuing to operate under the current process.
Okay,
so just so you're aware.
Okay, they would contact you and get an application.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, and on the state hot funds, I know that there is a Water, Shore, and Beach Advisory Committee. How is it made up as far as representing each area fairly?
Ma'am, it is. The majority of people on there are technical in aspect, whether they're an engineer or an environmentalist. There's a couple of at-large, and then there is someone who represents condos and hoteliers. And right now, I believe there's 2 people who actually either reside or have businesses on North Beach, and that would be Carrie Robertson and Jody Patel.
Okay, and then on the expenditures down here,
Yes, ma'am.
did the Water Shore Advisory suggest these and they were approved? Is
Yes.
that how it's working?
So what we've done is we went to them for that initial. Remember, we had them for half a year, and they had helped us set it up, and then we carried through base funding for fiscal year 17, and we just had the Water Shore Beach Advisory Committee adopt some financial policies on the fund, just so that we're trying to take good stewards of the money. And what we just established was that we move forward with another baseline budget in FY18 to make sure that we have several years to know what trends are, especially because of revenues. It's revenue based off hot funds, but also that we would create from savings from the fiscal year if we had vacancies.